Hey everyone, welcome back to Furious Cars. Today we're taking a look at a car that's always had a sweet spot in my heart, and probably yours too, the 2026 Mazda 3. If you've ever loved a car that punches above its weight, drives like a dream, and looks more expensive than it really is, then yeah, this is the one. Before we dive in, make sure you smash that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and support the channel. You already know I'm bringing you all the cool stuff in the car world. Alright, let's jump in. So let's talk design first, because the Mazda 3 has always been the looker in the compact segment. And for 2026, Mazda didn't mess it up, they refined it. It's still got that same sexy Kodo design language, long nose, smooth curves, minimal lines, but now it's a little sharper, a little meaner. The front fascia has been tweaked just enough to look fresh, with slimmer LED headlights and a grille that feels more sculpted. It's aggressive but classy, kind of like it's wearing a tailored suit with sneakers underneath. The rear end is also cleaner with redesigned taillights that look sleek and modern, especially with those blacked out accents. Whether you go for the sedan or the hatchback, it's a car that just looks upscale. People will think you spent way more than you did. The hatchback still has that bold, rounded rear with sporty flair, while the sedan feels a little more elegant. Both versions sit nicely on 18-inch wheels, and if you opt for the new carbon edition, you get blacked-out trims, black wheels, and a deep soul red paint that absolutely pops in the sunlight. Hop inside, and it's the same story, Mazda has kept things premium. I mean, if you didn't know better, you'd think you were sitting in something German. The materials are top-notch for this segment. Soft touch everything, clean stitching, aluminum accents, and even a hint of leather on the dash. The layout is driver-focused, simple, and elegant. No crazy distractions or over-designed vents, just what you need and nothing more. The infotainment setup is a 10.25-inch screen sitting high on the dash, controlled by a rotary knob on the center console. Mazda still doesn't believe in touchscreens while driving, and honestly, I respect that. It keeps your eyes on the road. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are wireless now, and the system is quicker and smoother than before. The digital gauge cluster is clean, legible, and customizable. There's also a head-up display on the higher trims which gives you all your vital info without taking your eyes off the road. Seats are comfy and supportive whether you're going on a road trip or just daily commuting. And if you're lucky enough to get the Premium Plus or Carbon Turbo trims, you get heated leather seats, a premium Bose sound system, and even a 360-degree camera, which is a super rare touch in this segment. Rear seat space is still decent, not limo levels, but enough for adults to sit comfortably. The hatchback has a slight edge on practicality with the extra cargo room, but the sedan's trunk is deep enough to swallow suitcases with ease. Now let's talk about driving, because this is where the Mazda 3 really sets itself apart. Most compacts feel, well, compact. But this feels like it wants to play. Steering is tight and responsive, body control is solid, and the whole car just feels planted. Mazda knows how to make a car feel engaging even if it's not trying to break speed records. For 2026, the engine choices are familiar but tuned for a bit more refinement. You've got the standard 2.5-liter naturally aspirated inline-4 making around 191 horsepower, which is plenty for everyday use, and then you've got the star of the show, the 2.5-liter turbocharged inline-4 that pushes out up to 250 horsepower with premium fuel. That one's only available on the turbo trims, and it's a proper sleeper. Smooth acceleration, great mid-range pull, and even a little burble from the exhaust when you're in sport mode. 0 to 60 comes in around 5.8 seconds in the turbo model. Not bad at all for a front-biased compact. You can get all-wheel drive too, which is a huge win, especially for folks dealing with snow or just wanting more grip in the corners. And don't worry, the suspension doesn't punish you. It's sporty without being stiff. Perfect daily driver vibes with just enough attitude when you want to push it. Fuel economy is solid across the board. The base engine gives you around 30 mpg combined, while the turbo AWD version still manages mid-20s if you're not flooring it all the time. Mazda's been quietly working on hybrid tech, but for now, no full hybrid or EV option here. Honestly, I'm okay with that. This car's all about the pure driving feel, and it nails it. Mazda also didn't skimp on safety and tech. Every trim gets a full suite of driver assist features: automatic emergency braking, lane keep assist, adaptive cruise, blind spot monitoring. It's all there, and it works smoothly, not annoyingly like in some other brands. You even get traffic sign recognition and rear cross traffic alert. That's peace of mind whether you're on the freeway or backing out of a tight parking spot. So who is this car for? It's for the person who doesn't want to compromise. Someone who appreciates good design, loves driving, but still needs a car that makes sense financially and practically. The Mazda 3 is that rare gem that gives you 80% of a luxury experience for half the price. It's the kind of car that makes you smile on your morning commute, and that's something most new cars just can't do. Mazda could have gone wild with the 2026 update, but instead, they stuck to their strengths and made a great car even better. It's elegant, quick, fun, and way more premium than it has any right to be at this price point. Speaking of price, the 2026 Mazda 3 starts at around $25,000 for the base sedan. The turbo hatchback with AWD and all the bells and whistles goes up to about $36,000 fully loaded. And honestly, it still feels like a bargain for what you're getting. That's it for today's review. Let me know in the comments, are you going sedan or hatch? Turbo or non-turbo? Would you take this over a Civic or Corolla? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Furious Cars if you haven't already. I've got more awesome reviews coming your way real soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.